Hi Libra, welcome to Tarot-blee Accurate. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new, welcome. If you're coming back, thanks so much for liking my videos, for sharing them, for subscribing to them. You're the reason why I do these. So this is for your Sun, Moon, and Rising in Libra, July 17th through August 17th. Now, one thing I wanted to mention is that I've noticed that those who are having the toughest month are the ones who have the most views. So what I've decided to start doing, instead of releasing them just randomly onto YouTube the way that I do, is to have the ones that have the most views come up first, to make those videos first and upload those first onto YouTube, just because they need the most help. So if the previous video didn't get as many views, then you can, if you're wondering, like, hey, there's 3 videos up, when's mine coming? That's how you'll know, okay? So, anyway, here we go. Libras, things are out of balance. Either you need to give more or you need to take more. And I feel like Libras are really givers. So you probably have to take more when people are offering to help you. Don't feel guilty to take it. Sometimes you feel like a burden, right? Like if you say, hey, okay, yeah, I'll take your help. Don't. Because maybe you're giving more to other people and then you're getting back, and it's not fair. It isn't, okay? So this is your general reading. So it covers, money, career, your homes, your close friendships, and then your love life. So we'll just go ahead and get started. Generally, for career and Libras, one thing I wanted to mention is, as I was cleansing these cards and filling them up with your Libra energy, I had the image in my mind, and I don't usually have like clairvoyance. It's more claircognizance, clairsentience sometimes, but it was of pills. So that must be important to somebody. First they were pink, and then they were blue, and then they were pink, which makes me wonder if it's about fertility. But it could also be like illicit drugs. So I wanted to just quick mention that there's a challenge here about feeling confident. So if it's the blue ones, maybe it's about ED. Maybe you need that. Maybe that's what'll give you the confidence when you're with partners, is the ability to keep your boner. Now, for the pink ones, what's that all about? Let's see here. I don't know. This could be about, because this card is about being right, about winning at all costs. And then this is maybe not having a good romantic relationship, like lack of passion, lack of trust for sure. It could be about a partner who cheated, something like that. Maybe they cheat because they're on drugs. I don't know. I don't know what that is, but whoever that's for, you'll know. And just be cautious. Be cautious. That could be something to watch out for this month. Obviously, that's not for everybody, but for somebody it's important. And so whoever you are, I hope you get the message, and I hope that it's helpful. Okay, so let's get back to business for everybody. Sorry. It's supposed to be general, but sometimes that's the only way that people who really need messages get them. Now, in regards to your career, what's the scoop? You just might not be feeling like this is where you want to be all the time, but then also not like strong enough to stand up for what it is that you want and say, hey, I really need more of this or less of that at my job. I don't feel very like strong and brave. So some of you too, also, if this is in relation to money instead of career, it's like you're not happy with where you're at. You're not able to buy the things that you want. You don't feel very confident and strong in your financial life. It could resonate either way. So how do we fix that? What is your advice here? Well, it's not to walk away. Don't walk away from your career. Don't walk away from your money goals, because ultimately you'll be unhappy and you're going to end up coming back anyway. So why go through all the drama with that, right? Think about things from the past. Now, when this card comes up, we're often like, oh my gosh, stop thinking about things from the past. Like, it's creating your blockages. But this is more like, go back to doing things the way that you used to, the way that it worked. So maybe right now you're in like, this is funny, it's 11:55 p.m. at night. 11 is about positivity, and 5s are always about when things are disharmonious, when things are out of order. But when it's 2 5s, it's like, hey, if you have faith, if you're praying, if you're staying positive with the 11 right in front of it, then you're going to get through these big changes. It's like big changes are happening. And so it's telling you to look backwards and think about the things that worked for you so that you can bring more of those into your life. This is a 6 card. Now it's 11:56, and 6s are about, generosity. And that initial card that we had was a 6, the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, where it's like, make sure it's about balance, like you're giving and giving and giving, but make sure that you're also receiving. Otherwise, don't give so much. So that, as we're talking about career, don't work at a job where, for instance, like you're salaried and then they just keep putting more and more on your plate. And then before you know it, it's like all you do is work and you hate it. You have that 10 of Cups in reverse. And you're like, I can't friggin' take this anymore. Like everything is out of balance. Like I only exist to work and I'm not even getting paid that much. Like don't take that kind of crap, okay? Think backwards to when you were happiest in your job, when you had more money and it was easier for you to earn it, that sort of thing. So perhaps maybe you used to deliver newspapers at night, like middle of the night, and you were moonlighting doing that and you loved it because it was time to be like by yourself in the car, alone with your thoughts, but you're still earning money as you're peacefully driving around. It's like, cathartic, meditative, something like that. Or maybe you used to waitress. Maybe you used to babysit. Maybe you used to anything. Okay, whatever it was. I'm sorry, I just have to adjust my bunny here. She's fallen over. I tried to make a baby sling for her so I wouldn't feel guilty when she's in her cage hopping around over there when I make your videos, but I can't hold her and have 2 hands. So Mavis says hello. What else is going on for you with career? Okay, so you're definitely going in the right direction in regards to your career if you are following your gut. Now, you're headed towards happiness, you can see with the sun, but within the sun is also the moon, which is your natural intuition, that also indicated here by the water. So it's like following your gut instincts, applying that to your real everyday life, but then not being distracted by other outside forces, trying really, 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 really hard to stay focused, okay? On following that intuition so that you get what you want, but you're like a little bit suspicious that you might not. Now, what's going on in your home life or in your close friendship relationships? Oh, 5 again. So this is kind of more about, it's like having arguments where you're right and you just kind of have to assert that. It's not so much like, would you rather be right or would you rather be happy? Because you're so unhappy about whatever this is, you have to be right. Like you just need to express that. And when you don't express it, that's what is going to keep you from being able to go in the direction of your dreams and your hopes. You see, with this Chariot card, this background here is all about going towards your hopes and your dreams, all your happiness here. But, and this is like moving and moving quickly. But when it's this way, it's an inability to do so. And it's because you're not being honest and clear and having those hard conversations and really just saying this is what I need to do and then you just can't do it unless you do that. Like you want to keep the peace, you want to you don't want to have the conflict or the confrontation, but in this case you have to before you can move forward. It's just not going to go otherwise. What else in your home life or in your close friendships? More of the same here. You see how I was saying, you just have to say this. You just need to be very strong and very brave and get out your sword and be like, this is the deal. So that you can move forward. Because the Devil card, you see these people, they are tied, but it's like so loose, they could actually, like around their neck, they could actually just go like this, whoop, and get away. But they're tied to a situation that isn't good for them. Because there's something about it that's comforting or fun or that they like, but they know that it isn't good for them. You can at any point leave. You're just not. But then if you don't, how are you ever going to get to all this sunshine here and all of this sparkly, awesome hopes, dreams, desires? So that's something to think about, isn't it? Excuse me. Okay. What's going on in regards to your love life? More of that Devil kind of energy where it's like, you see how she's tied up so loose. She can take her arms out. She can take the blindfold off. And she can see all of this stuff. There are thoughts and truths here that she doesn't want to face. But at the same time, she's standing in a mud puddle. She's like, I'm not happy. I have these emotions. I don't have that many emotions anymore because I'm choosing to be apathetic. But I have these emotions and they're not good ones. But at the same time, like, I don't even want to look at it. I don't want to address it. You have the choice, okay? You always have the choice. Now, some of you, this is like being sneaky, okay? This is like sneaking away. Like doing things behind the scenes, making plans, that sort of thing. Maybe not carrying them out, but, you know, having your thoughts and laying down the foundation. Like, it could be your escape plan from that Devil situation, whether it's a person, whether it's a work situation. It could even be like your own thoughts, because swords are all about thoughts, and you have a lot of thoughts going on in this reading. But it's getting excited about changes that are coming up. Yeah, good. I don't feel like that applies to everybody, though, so we're going to get a little bit more information here. Okay, so then I guess the rest of you, though, have been more decisive and said, you know what, I am going forward. It's just a matter of figuring out how to go in a way where I don't crash. You have to figure out how to get opposing forces to align to take you where you want to go quickly. Because if this one's trying to go left and this one's trying to go right, what's going to happen? You're going to roll, right? So it's just about getting your stuff in order so you can achieve your hopes and dreams, and I hope that you do. Now, okay, love. Libra singles. What's going on? Maybe not much. And part of that is starting to wear on you. Like, if people aren't coming at you with, you know, romantic offers, they're not saying, hey, I really like you, I want to be with you, it's kind of hurting your self-esteem a little bit. And maybe, too, especially because your love reading was not, like your Libra love reading for singles was awesome. It was like, if you're one of these lucky Libras that has that soulmate come into your life, like, you're going to feel it, you're going to know it. But some of you are not experiencing that because you are still tied to something else. You are neither single nor are you coupled. You're somewhere in the middle. Some of you are still holding on very tightly to a past relationship, to a love, like to a person that you're not even with anymore. Like, you just cannot and you have not cut that cord of attachment, and you just therefore are not able to welcome someone new in, okay? I've been meaning for a long time to make a video on cutting cords of attachment. Hopefully I'll get to that in the next couple of days here. So then that, you know, you just sit there and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're hoping for this person to come into your life, but maybe you have blockages there. So I'll try to figure that out. But, you know, it's like just maybe like a lack of inaction. If you might not be, people might not be communicating with you very much right now. You might have deleted your Tinder app. Who knows? But, you know, it's like people are just not talking to you right now as much. They're not approaching you as much. And when they do, it's like not emotionally fulfilling, so you're not even interested, for those of you who are single. So how can we fix that aside from cutting your cords of attachment? Don't talk about work so much, okay? When you do meet new people, try not to talk about work. Why do we have the World card there as something we can do? The Lovers in reverse. And, okay. So basically it's saying your world is not going to be complete until, and you're not going to have like your lovers upright. You're going to have to wait and wait and wait to have that perfect person until you just stop feeling sad over the lack. So even if you're not tied to somebody from the past, even if you have cut your cords of attachment and you're not still thinking about somebody from before, you might just be like so bummed that you're creating your own blockages. You're using the law of attraction incorrectly. Like maybe you're trying really hard to draw in what it is that you want. And you say, I don't want somebody who cheats. I don't want somebody who lies. Well, the don't is a qualifier. So actually what you're thinking about is a cheater and a liar, aren't you? So where if you say, instead of you change your thoughts to be more positive and you say, I want a loyal person. I want an honest person. Then now you're thinking about loyalty and honesty and you're drawing more of that into your life, okay? So don't be thinking about the lack. Don't be thinking about what you've lost. Think about what you have. Be happy about the good things about being single, which means, for example, I'm thankful, express your gratitude. I'm thankful that I'm not with the wrong person. I'm thankful that I'm not in a relationship that sucks, you know? I'm thankful that I have the freedom to date whoever I want, sort of a thing. Okay. For those of you who are Libra and coupled, now don't let that discourage you though, because the love reading is still current. So it's just for those of you that that's not really catching, okay? For those of you who are coupled, this is interesting. Hiding somewhere deep inside is the fact that things are not working out fairly. And it's kind of like that 8 of Wands energy where there's things you don't want to see, okay? So there is imbalance and something's not fair and you don't want to admit it to yourself and you don't want other people to know. You just want to give the person, your partner, a benefit of the doubt. And it's not like they're lying to you. It's just like you're trying to justify it and be like, you know what? Maybe this is okay. Maybe it is fair. But it isn't. But the good thing is that, like, at least, remember when we had that 6 of Pentacles? This is the 5 just before it. I think that you are starting to figure out how to get more balance, like how to ask for things when you're giving all the time. You're not getting enough sleep. You're not getting enough rest. That's something that you need more of, and that will help your relationship, actually. A lot of you are working very, very hard. That's taking your focus off of your partner, and it might be hurting your partner's self-esteem a little bit. It's not intentional. It's just that, you know, they might be the kind of person who needs a lot of verbal affirmation, like, or just a lot of affirmation in general, like, hey, remember that I love you? Do you remember that? Do you remember how much I love you? Do you remember how handsome and valuable you are? That kind of a thing. But, you know, nobody's judging you. That's good. But then at the same time, like, things are not changing very fast in your relationship. And that's good because that means that it's stable, right? Doesn't it? And right now you're feeling pretty emotionally fulfilled. So maybe this month it's just about taking some time aside and spending that on your partner, with your partner, so that they feel good. I think you feel pretty good. You're pretty balanced in your coupled relationships right now. But then it's saying some of you aren't. So if you're not, try to pull that more into focus. As I said that, you know, we get the card that says, oh, maybe some of you aren't. It's a general reading, so make sure that's your focus. If you're not getting enough back from what they're giving to you, or maybe you're taking too much from your partner and you're not giving enough back, make sure to try to make that a focus for you. Oh my gosh, again, what are the chances? It's like 1 in 17 billion or something like that. I don't know. I did the math on it once, but I don't remember. Maybe it was 42 million. I don't know. Anyway, luck's about to change in your relationships with your partner. So just make sure that you show them love. Things could go really, really well soon. Maybe some sort of circumstance will change and things will be, more stable. That's what I see here, a lot of happiness. Look at these two. They have 4 pillars showing like stability, and then you have all of this sunshine color here, like it's happiness, and they're celebrating, and some circumstance might change. Some of you might be moving homes, something like that. So, yay! If you'd like a personal reading, all of my information is in the description box below. And then if you also are interested in the daily card readings, those are on Facebook and often on Instagram. I'm not as consistent with that because I don't really know how to use it. I'm just kind of messing around. One thing of warning, some of you are not getting exactly what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. Follow your intuition no matter what. But in regards to what you wish for, and then this card coming up right after that, it is a warning against unwanted pregnancies. So if you don't want a baby, be careful. Okay, bye. Love and light.